Did you know that an otherwise healthy 75-year-old man passed away quietly in his sleep last night? His family was shocked he had no major health issues and spent the day laughing with his grandchildren. Just a regular evening, nothing out of the ordinary. So what went wrong? Could it have been prevented? The truth is, after 70, certain bedtime habits can quietly raise serious health risks. In this video, we'll reveal 4 surprising nighttime routines that may be putting your health in danger and simple changes you can make to sleep safer and wake up stronger. The story below makes many people surprised. He had always seemed strong for his age 75 with no major medical problems. Just the evening before, he enjoyed a hearty dinner with his wife, watched his favorite show, and went to bed like he always did. But the next morning, he never woke up. While the cause of his death wasn't immediately clear, doctors later suggested that silent risk factors, especially around bedtime, may have played a role. And one of the most overlooked among seniors is eating large meals too close to sleep. It may seem harmless, maybe even comforting to enjoy a late dinner or evening snack. After all, you've likely done it for decades without thinking twice. But once you reach your 70s, your body doesn't handle food the same way it used to. Your metabolism slows, your digestive system becomes less efficient, and the way your body responds to food shifts dramatically. What used to be a simple routine can quietly set off a chain reaction that impacts your heart, your sleep, and your overall well-being. When you eat a heavy meal late at night, your body doesn't get the chance to shift into rest mode. Instead of preparing for deep, restorative sleep, it's working overtime to break down food. Your stomach produces more acid, your intestines stay active, and your heart rate remains elevated when it should be slowing down. This interferes with the natural rhythms your body relies on to enter deeper stages of sleep. And here's where the danger begins. Let's say you have a plate of pasta, some fried food, or even a rich dessert an hour before bedtime. As you lie down, your horizontal position makes it easier for stomach acid to travel up into the esophagus. This leads to symptoms like heartburn, coughing, and even a choking sensation that can jolt you awake. These symptoms might seem minor at first, but over time, chronic acid reflux, also known as GERD, can lead to more serious complications like erosion of the esophagus, respiratory problems, and even aspiration pneumonia. For older adults, these aren't just uncomfortable, they can be life-threatening. But there's more. Eating heavy meals late at night has also been linked to increased blood pressure and higher risk of cardiovascular strain during sleep. Studies have shown that nighttime digestion can contribute to spikes in blood sugar and elevated heart rate, both of which are significant risk factors for nighttime strokes and heart attacks. If you've ever woken up in the middle of the night feeling your heart racing, it might be your dinner talking. And for seniors living with diabetes or at risk for it, this habit can be even more dangerous. Eating late, especially meals high in refined carbs or sugar, can disrupt insulin function and lead to poor glucose control during sleep. Over time, this contributes to metabolic disorders that further increase the risk of heart disease, kidney issues, and sleep disturbances. The solution? It's simple but powerful. Time your meals with sleep in mind. Health experts recommend finishing your last substantial meal at least 3 to 4 hours before bedtime. This gives your body enough time to properly digest and shift into a restful state before you lie down. That one adjustment alone can reduce your risk of acid reflux, stabilize your blood pressure, and help your heart slow down for restorative sleep. But what if you feel hungry later in the evening? That's okay. You don't need to go to bed starving. Instead, opt for a light, easy-to-digest snack that won't strain your digestive system or spike your blood sugar. Good choices include a handful of unsalted almonds or walnuts, a small banana, a piece of whole grain toast with a little peanut butter, low-fat yogurt, a warm cup of caffeine-free herbal tea like chamomile or ginger. These options can actually help your body wind down while providing just enough nourishment to keep you comfortable through the night. Another simple tip is to be mindful of portion sizes during dinner. Try shifting your heaviest meal to earlier in the day, perhaps lunch, and making dinner a lighter, balanced meal with lean protein, vegetables, and whole grains. Over time, your body will adjust, and you may find yourself sleeping more soundly and waking up feeling more refreshed. Remember, your body at 75 isn't the same as it was at 45 or even 60. The way you treat it, especially before bed, makes a big difference. For someone who unknowingly followed the same routine for years, the risk went unnoticed until it was too late. But you don't have to wait for a wake-up call. By making a small, thoughtful change to when and how you eat, you can protect your health and improve your sleep starting tonight. In the next section, we'll look at another habit that might be sneaking into your nightly routine: drinking too much liquid before bed. It sounds innocent enough, but it could be putting you at risk in ways you've never considered. Stay with us, this next one is especially important. Now that you know how eating heavy meals too late can affect your sleep and heart health, let's talk about another habit that might seem completely harmless, but could quietly be putting you at risk every single night: drinking too much liquid before bed. Hydration is essential, especially as we age. Our bodies need water to support digestion, circulation, and overall health. But there's a right time to hydrate, and unfortunately, drinking large amounts of water or other fluids too close to bedtime can do more harm than good, particularly for adults over 70. If you're waking up multiple times a night to use the bathroom, this might be the reason. And while getting up to pee in the middle of the night might feel like just a minor inconvenience, the real danger lies in what happens during those moments between sleep and standing. As we age, the muscles in the bladder naturally weaken, and the bladder itself becomes less capable of holding urine for extended periods. At the same time, the kidneys continue filtering fluids overnight. This combination makes older adults far more likely to experience nocturia, the medical term for frequent nighttime urination. And here's where the risk skyrockets. Imagine this: it's 2 a.m. and you wake up with a full bladder. You sit up, swing your legs over the bed, and try to stand up quickly. But your blood pressure hasn't had enough time to adjust, and suddenly you're lightheaded. You feel dizzy. You lose your balance. This is called postural hypotension, a sudden drop in blood pressure when moving from lying down to standing. It's one of the leading causes of dangerous nighttime falls in seniors. A simple trip to the bathroom can quickly turn into a life-threatening situation involving fractures, head injuries, or worse. And what's even more concerning is that many seniors don't realize this is happening until after a fall occurs. But that's not the only issue. Every time you wake up, turn on the light, and move around, you disrupt your natural sleep cycle. Your body produces less melatonin, the hormone responsible for deep, restorative sleep. Over time, poor sleep quality can lead to weakened immunity, higher blood pressure, and even accelerated cognitive decline. In fact, studies show that frequent nighttime waking is associated with an increased risk of dementia and memory loss in older adults. So, what's the solution? You don't need to stop drinking water. You just need to be strategic about it. Start by front-loading your hydration. Drink most of your fluids earlier in the day. Aim to reduce your fluid intake by the late afternoon or early evening. If you're thirsty before bed, take a few small sips instead of a full glass. Also, keep an eye on hidden sources of fluid. Soups, juicy fruits, and even some medications can increase fluid retention. And avoid caffeinated beverages like coffee or black tea. In the evening, they act as diuretics and make you urinate more frequently. Making these adjustments doesn't just improve your sleep, it helps protect you from falls, supports brain health, and reduces strain on your heart and kidneys. If you are still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment below to let me know you are here. And if you are not already subscribed, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Your support helps us continue to create good content to inform and inspire you. Next up, we'll look at another bedtime mistake that most people don't think twice about. But it could be silently straining your heart and affecting the quality of your sleep. You might be surprised how something as simple as the temperature in your bedroom can make a big difference in how well you sleep and how healthy you wake up. Stay with me. In the last section, we talked about how drinking too much liquid before bed can lead to disrupted sleep and even dangerous nighttime falls. By simply adjusting when and how much you drink in the evening, you can protect your brain, heart, and body while getting better rest. Now let's shift to another bedtime habit that most people don't even realize is affecting their health, and that's sleeping in a room that's too warm. It sounds cozy, right? Especially as we get older, it's common to reach for heavier blankets, flannel pajamas, or turn the thermostat up before bed. A warm room can feel comforting, but it can also quietly put your cardiovascular health, hydration, and sleep quality at risk. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at regulating temperature. The sweat glands don't work as effectively, and the body isn't as quick to cool down when it gets too hot. This means that even a slight increase in bedroom temperature can lead to overheating during sleep, putting added stress on your heart and other systems. You might not even notice it at first. Maybe you wake up feeling a little restless, slightly drenched in sweat, or even out of breath. Over time, these signs become your body's way of telling you, something's not right. Let's look at what happens when you sleep in a warm environment. When your core temperature stays elevated during sleep, your heart has to work harder to cool your body down. This added strain can be especially risky for older adults, especially those with high blood pressure or pre-existing heart conditions. Instead of resting and recovering overnight, your heart stays slightly overactive, raising your risk for nighttime cardiovascular events like heart attacks or strokes. Overheating also leads to mild dehydration, even if you don't feel thirsty. When you're warm, your body loses moisture through sweat, and your blood can become thicker as a result. Thickened blood increases the risk of clot formation, which is a serious concern for seniors. And again, these effects often happen silently while you sleep. Here's a quick example. Meet Evelyn, a 76-year-old woman who loved her nighttime routine. She would sip a little tea, pull up a heavy quilt, and set the thermostat to a toasty 75 degrees before bed. But night after night, she found herself tossing and turning, waking up groggy and needing naps during the day. She thought it was just normal aging, but when her doctor suggested lowering her bedroom temperature and switching to lighter blankets, everything changed. She began sleeping more deeply and woke up feeling sharper and more refreshed. That's because cooler temperatures signal to your brain that it's time to sleep. It triggers the natural drop in core body temperature needed to enter the deeper, more restorative stages of rest. These are the stages where your brain repairs itself, your immune system strengthens, and your body recovers from the day's wear and tear. So, what's the ideal temperature for sleep? Most sleep experts recommend keeping your bedroom between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit, 15.5 to 19.5 or so. While that might feel a little chilly at first, your body will adjust and you'll likely find that you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. If 60 degrees feels too cold, don't worry, you don't need to freeze. The goal is to create a cool, breathable environment, not an icebox. Here are a few simple changes you can make. Swap heavy, heat-trapping blankets for layered cotton or breathable fabrics. Wear light, moisture-wicking sleepwear instead of thick pajamas. Crack a window slightly or use a small fan to circulate air and improve ventilation. Avoid space heaters or heated mattress pads unless they have automatic shut-off timers. Improving air circulation has an added bonus. It helps filter out dust and allergens, supporting better respiratory health as well. One more tip. If you tend to feel chilly in the early part of the night but overheat later, try using a layered blanket system. That way, you can easily adjust without disrupting your sleep. By making your sleeping environment cooler and more supportive, you're giving your heart, lungs, and brain the rest they deserve. You'll wake up more alert, feel better throughout the day, and lower your risk of serious health complications without needing to change anything but the thermostat. If you've made it this far in the video and are still finding these tips helpful, I'd love to hear from you. Comment below to let me know you're here, and if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss future videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Next, we're diving into one final bedtime habit that's incredibly common yet often ignored. It has to do with the way you sleep, and the position you settle into every night could be silently impacting your breathing, your circulation, and even your heart. You don't want to miss this. In the last section, we talked about how sleeping in a room that's too warm can silently disrupt your sleep, stress your heart, and raise your risk of serious health issues like dehydration and strokes. Something as simple as adjusting your thermostat or switching to breathable bedding can help you sleep deeper and safer. But there's one more bedtime habit that may be quietly putting your health at risk, and most people have never given it a second thought. Your sleeping position. That's right. The way you position your body at night may feel comfortable, but after 70, it can actually impact your breathing, circulation, heart function, and even your risk of stroke or heart failure. And the most concerning part? Many seniors sleep in risky positions every single night without knowing the long-term effects. Let's think about what happens when you sleep. Your body is in the same position for hours. If that position restricts airflow, compresses organs, or affects blood flow, it creates ongoing stress in your systems, particularly your heart and lungs. As we age and our muscle tone decreases, our airways become more vulnerable to collapse, and our circulatory system less efficient at managing pressure. That's why choosing the right sleep posture becomes so important after 70. Take, for example, sleeping flat on your back, a position many people assume is good for alignment. While it may seem restful, it can actually be one of the most dangerous for older adults. Why? Because when you lie on your back, gravity causes the tongue and soft tissues in your throat to fall backward, partially blocking your airway. This often leads to snoring, reduced oxygen intake, and in more serious cases, obstructive sleep apnea, a condition where breathing repeatedly stops and starts during sleep. Sleep apnea is more common than people realize and often goes undiagnosed, but it's far from harmless. It's been strongly linked to high blood pressure, heart disease, memory loss, and even sudden cardiac arrest. Imagine your brain and heart being deprived of oxygen dozens of times throughout the night, night after night. That's what sleep apnea can do. And if you're sleeping on your back, the risk is significantly higher. Now let's talk about side sleep. While this is generally healthy, not all sides are created equal. Research suggests that sleeping on the right side may put additional pressure on the heart, particularly in those with pre-existing cardiovascular issues. It can also contribute to fluid buildup in the lungs and lower extremities, common complications in seniors with congestive heart failure. So, what's the best sleeping position as we get older? Experts widely agree that sleeping on your left side is the most beneficial for older adults. Here's why. It improves circulation, helping the heart pump more efficiently. It reduces pressure on major blood vessels. It supports healthy digestion, especially for those prone to acid reflux. It keeps airways more open, lowering your risk of breathing interruptions. Let's take a real-life example. Meet Leonard, a 78-year-old retiree who always slept on his back. His wife noticed that he would sometimes stop breathing for a few seconds and then gasp for air. Leonard felt tired during the day, had frequent headaches, and found it harder to focus. After a doctor's visit and a sleep study, he was diagnosed with sleep apnea, triggered largely by his sleep position. With a simple switch to side sleeping and some added support from pillows, his symptoms improved dramatically, and so did his energy levels. If you're someone who finds it hard to stay on your side at night, there are easy fixes. Try using a body pillow on your back to prevent falling over. Place a pillow between your knees to maintain spinal alignment and reduce pressure on your hips and lower back. If you struggle with joint pain, these adjustments can also make you sleep more comfortably. Elevating your head slightly with the support of a pillow can also help open up your airways and ease active breathing. The key is to find a position that supports both comfort and health, and after 70, that usually means sleeping on the left side. Making this small change in how you sleep may seem insignificant, but it can have a profound effect on health and longevity. Better oxygen flow, reduced heart strain, and deeper sleep all add up to a healthier and conscious life. If you found this video helpful and you're still with us, I'd love to hear from you. Comment below to let me know you're here, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss future videos. Your support helps us continue creating content to inform and inspire you. In our final thoughts, we'll wrap up all 4 of these hidden bedtime habits and show you how even one small change tonight can lead to safer, stronger mornings for years to come. As we grow older, the small choices we make each day, especially at night, can have a powerful impact on our health, safety, and quality of life. The lessons are simple but deeply meaningful. Listen to your body, respect its changing needs, and never assume that long-time habits are still harmless. Whether it's adjusting when you eat, how much you drink, the temperature of your room, or how you sleep, these thoughtful changes can protect your heart, improve your rest, and help you wake up stronger. Aging well isn't about doing more. It's about doing